Hello, guys. Since yesterday, the news of the U.S. Capturing of the president of Venezuela has been flying up and down, and it has been established that the U.S. Has carried a very, very little methodic military operation in Venezuela that captured the strongman Maduro and his wife. They took him into custody and flew him out of Venezuela. They just landed somewhere in New York. He's been charged with drug-related offenses. And if you understand what that means with the implication in Nigeria, you will understand that the Nigerian government is treading on a dangerous territory. However, these have a lot of international law implication. So many people are asking questions, what is the role of the United Nations? What has the United States, Russia, and China reduced the United Nations to? The United Nations is more like a toothless bulldog. And that is the reason why the Nigerian government must be very, very careful if they don't want similar fate to happen in Nigeria. Being that as it may, the basic question Nigerian government has to ask themselves is, what is the implication of this methodical military operation to Nigeria? And what must Nigerian government do to avoid a similar fate that might happen in Nigeria? If the United States is coming to Nigeria, nobody is going to save the Nigeria. Not even China, not even Russia. Not even Gumi and his threat, not even Asari Dokubo, all these noisemakers they are making in the north. That is the reason why Nigerian government should use every diplomatic effort to make sure that they do not find themselves in this type of diplomatic mess. Now, what are the things Nigerian government need to do in order to reposition Nigerian foreign policy so that Nigeria might not find itself in this operation? The first thing the Nigerian government to do, in my own observation, is to stay away from France. France has lost Africa already. They are losing their Francophone slaves they have impoverished over the years. Unfortunately for us, the president of Nigeria, all of a sudden, with no colonial ties, with no economic ties, with no French investment in Nigeria, the Tinubu administration seems to marry France as if France is the wife of Nigeria. When every other country is running away from France, the president of Nigeria is using his own personal relationship with Macron to even invade another African country. He has already invaded another African country on behalf of France. Now, what moral justification will Nigerians use to even say, condemn the United States action? Because the Nigerian government has done it. So, that is the first thing they need to do is to stay away from France. The second thing I think they should do is for the Nigerian government to use every diplomatic approach to re-establish our strong alliance with the United States. Another thing is that to establish a stronger foreign policy and stop listening to all these radical northern Islamic terrorist sympathizers who want to align Nigeria. I don't know their interest. They strongly want to align Nigeria to Turkey, Iran, and all these Middle Eastern countries that have been at war, that have been sponsoring terrorism. That is the country Gumi and the co want to align Nigeria with. The Nigerian government to do everything humanly possible to stay away from these countries, because this country is nothing but bad news. And if Donald Trump come for Nigeria, these countries cannot even cough. Another administration also need to do in order to avoid finding itself in this type of diplomatic mess is also to make sure that the 2027 election is free and fair. Because Maduro's problem started in his sham election that was conducted a couple of years back, where he lost the election and he retained power. He rigged the election. He perpetuated himself into power. Coupled with the fact that our president is already compromised in a drug-related offenses or in a drug-related issue in the United States, it is not also going to be bad for Donald Trump to use any Trump-up charge against him to bring him down. So those who live in a glass house should not throw stone. So nobody wish, honestly, I don't wish foreign powers to come into Nigeria to capture our president in a very, very disgraceful style. The way Maduro was captured, despite all his noise making. Everybody, Russia is going to do this, China is going to do this. They're not going to do nothing. You see all this making noise up and down, a lot of people stoking violence, trying to do that nothing is going to happen. When something happens, those countries you think that are going to come for it, they are not coming. Russia has been fighting war in Ukraine since 3 to 4 years now. They can't even defeat Ukraine. China is not interested in whatever you're doing. China want to take Taiwan. So they are interested in those areas. Nobody want to come for you. If the United States come for Nigeria, nobody is going to cough. That is the reason why Nigeria need to repair itself. That is why we are praying for good governance, so that Nigeria will economically position itself, that we be in a stronger force, maintain our military, make sure that our military is methodical, little, and able to confront these terrorists heads on. Unfortunately, the Tinubu administration is busy dancing up and down. Their problem is not the impending doom that is about to befall Nigeria. Their problem is P2B decoupling from Labour Party to ADC. I wish the government can wear their big boys pants and focus on governing and turning Nigerian economy around. Do well to follow my page and share this video. Thank you guys.